Yeah, so Dad's just kind of having a little sneezing fit right now, and he has stepped out of the tiger cage. As you can see, he's not on the microphone.
To be seen right now
And, it's been a long day for him. The big guy got out. He went out on a little mandate. We'll talk about our mandate later, but the guy's had a big day, you know what I mean? And I think personally, I think he's just a little tuckered out, and he's sneezing his ass off right now. I think we counted 7 or 8 before he left the room.
Before he left,
and he goes, "Don't start the show. I'm just going to go into the bathroom and get rid of it." But I think at this point, it's just best to cut our losses and just kind of go in for the kill on this one, because my buzz is only going to last about this much longer, and then I'm going to start crashing, dude. I've been up since 8 a.m., man.
Early for you.
Yeah, a little bit early, and I'll tell you why too. I'll tell everybody out there why in a little bit. But guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. This is episode 50, brother. Dude,
50.
Yeah, man. Episode 50. Happy
century.
Something like that. But guys, it's They Call Us the Breeze. There's only one way to do it. So let's get to it. Let's go. Oh, yeah, guys. Hey, it's They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. And, of course, everywhere you get your podcast drip every Monday. Dad is finally rejoining us, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
all right, you got the sneezing fit out. All right, there he is.
I got a quick question. What? How many more times did you sneeze when you went inside?
See,
it was
for the greater good. 10. It was for the greater
exactly
good.
On
all right,
10.
man. We'll saddle up, get your headphones on, and let's do this fucking show, man.
10.
That was his. Yeah. Oh, close.
I don't know about that there.
Close. All right. Yeah. Put the buds in there, man. Get up a little closer to that microphone. Scoot a little there. Get in camera for me.
We got 2 points back.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, this is episode 50. Wow. 50 episodes, Dad. Let's scoot a little closer to the mic, please. Yeah. Let's go.
There he is. There's that beautiful face. Hey, you have such a beautiful face. Why don't you show it off, man?
I know it, ain't it?
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in out there. We had a big day today. We had a little bit of a mandate. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but that's, we're kind of getting a late start on our brains anyway, and we're out here hanging out in the Tiger Cage.
Yeah.
I know you guys have been following us, and you listened last episode, and we were really high on the Stanley Cup playoffs. And as you all know by now,
I've been high on the Stanley. Yeah, I mean we've been there.
As you know by now, we did not win. We did not win. And I just want to give flowers for the boys real quick before we do the show.
Yes.
I just want to give flowers for our boys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys, for a great season. And a lot of our guys are going to be back next year. All of our core group is going to be back. I mean, literally everybody. I think we stand to lose. Maybe we have to figure out who we want to keep between Palat, Paul, Hagel, and Nash. I mean, that's not the worst thing. I mean, I want to keep Pally, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But Paul at the same time. So, but I mean,
Hagel,
the show will go on.
Really well.
The show will go on, and it's just a matter of let's get into the next season. And congratulations to the Avalanche for beating us. Absolutely,
congrats.
They outplayed us. That's for sure. They outplayed us.
And there's some nostalgia with Colorado, the Avalanche, with us, because we.
I used to own. I used to own an Avalanche jersey.
It was just something about it too. But they did really good. But let's talk about how about Hagel had a broken.
If you want to talk,
if you think about it's okay. We're talking about this earlier, and we were saying how crazy. The NHL, the injuries that these players are playing with, how hard this sport is. Hagel had a fractured foot. There was 2 guys, I think it was, McDonough had a mangled finger. There's ACLs, and these guys are just battling it out. On the opposite side, same thing. But it's gosh,
that's the biggest thing is they're not going to release that report until the sport is over.
It's just crazy how
I'm going for.
So once you find out all the injuries we were playing with, you're just like, Jesus, I wouldn't even go to my job.
Yeah,
that just brings me back to the sport passion. Of say football, and football has to kind of expose what kind of injuries Hockey's different. It's upper body injury, lower body injury. That's all they have to say.
Yeah.
You have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Football, it's like, okay, his shoulder or his knee. In baseball, it's like
groin.
Anything.
Ego.
I mean,
Muscles.
what you were just saying about hockey and what he was hurt with, these guys in baseball be out like half the season.
Absolutely, yeah. But
Well,
we're talking about. I mean,
I can't come back. I got a damn.
Either way,
oblique
when you deal with an
strain right
injury,
back here.
Yeah.
either way, when you deal with an injury, obviously you want to
oblique
keep
might
it
be down
private.
there.
You want to keep it private so you're not in the target zone and you're not being.
Well, in hockey and football, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, our Bolts did very good, and we're very proud of you guys, and thank you so much.
Thank
And it was
you
very
guys for
fun, and
awesome season.
I lost my $100 bet. I gladly gave it over to Mr. Mayo, and 50 of it went right to Ryan's scratch off anyway. So
one zip, one not.
But,
And this is the. This could have been the fourth year in a row that we were in the Stanley Cup and won the Stanley
talk on the mic. If you're going to interrupt, you have to talk on the mic.
This
if you're going to interrupt, you have
this
to
could
talk on
have
the mic.
been the fourth year in a row that we're here. If we wouldn't have
Dad's
such
been
a great
drinking a little bit
2019 season, and I think players thought all they had to do was show up to win.
That's absolutely true.
And Columbus wiped us out in 4 straight games right off the bat. That you can't tell me that team was worse than the two teams.
Well, we're not going to get
that.
too far into like the back end of the Lightning right now. I don't want to bring up any sore wounds that are still trying to heal. A lot of people trying to scab over right now, but I just wanted to say flowers for our boys, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
they did good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
they could have won 4.
Jeez. I mean, but Colorado, I mean, they haven't had it for a while, so
That's just.
Congratulations.
I'm just trying to
Too
let
many
people
men on
know
ice,
how
Hey.
good of a hockey team that is.
yeah. No, we're gonna call up Syracuse. We're gonna see what we have in the farm league. We're gonna see what we can get down here. We're gonna figure that out.
we are gonna scrimmage them.
We're gonna scrimmage them. Yeah, we're probably going to. We might pick up some. I mean, fuck, man.
Let's talk about it.
Well, it's funny because I was listening. I listen to the radio every day, and we're still in the middle of the last week of Lightning Radio. They're still doing it till Friday.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Till
they're
this
still
week?
doing Lightning Lunch every day at noon. I didn't get to hear today's because we had a mandate for all of us. And but I have been listening every day. It's still at noon, the Lightning Lunch, and they're still Greg Linelli and Dave Michigan. They're talking until Friday, and then they're done until training camps and everything start back up again. Mainly talking about trades, obviously, at this point, and what we have to stand to lose, and this, that, and the other thing.
And how we're going to replace them.
And and that's what's kind of it's. I'm going to get my last bit of hockey in, man, until there's no bit of hockey. You know what I mean? Like that's it. But I was going somewhere with this, and I think Ryan's got me where I was going.
We were talking about your boy.
One of the guys I listened to. Oh God, what's his name? I'm blanking right now because
not Dave Michigan, but
no, not Dave Michigan, not Greg Linelli.
Not like
radio
Game
or
Day. Bobby Fenton. Bobby Fenton was talking on one of his shows, and he's like, after this, and he's older than I am, Dad. I mean, Bobby Fenton's older than 36.
Was he a player?
No, he's just a guy, and maybe he
guy.
played back in the day, but I mean, he's just a sports analyst, and he does the Lightning Rewind, the Power Play Rewind every day after a game. So he's only on days after games, no matter what. If it's a Sunday, he's there on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. He releases his show, and after this was all over, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get some gear, and I'm gonna go join a fucking pickup league. I'm gonna get back out there, man. He's like, after watching this shit, I just have to. And he's probably, the way he sounds, he's probably, I'm 36, so he sounds like he's maybe 40. I would put him at, and he was just like, this was so much fun. I'm gonna get back out there.
When we were at JP's,
and Ryan's been talking.
Oh, so
I know.
when
you asked me about a week ago or last week, will you play in goal if we
Well,
have
of course,
a team?
we know you're
and
gonna play
then,
goal. But yeah,
and
Ryan,
we were at JP's today, and we're
so
talking about it's like,
let Ryan tell the story. Let Ryan tell the story.
I'm in goal.
Yes,
can I
you're
wear
going to be.
gym
Yes,
shoes?
Father, you're
I'm
going to
in
be a goal, and you can wear New Balances. Ryan, tell the story.
So
What's
I
going
ended
on?
up. I texted Jeremy, and I was like, "Yo, there is a park Clearwater, where they have an outdoor court. And that is something where it's basically like the skate park in Fossil Park, where like you can just go in, ollie oxen free. If the court's empty, you can go around and probably
So you
shoot.
bring your
If
five
there's a
guys
game,
or six
yeah, it's
guys.
basically just like a basketball court, hence a court, right? I mean, you can go in there. Tuesday nights, I heard there's pickup games, so I just want to go out there first and just watch a little bit of games on Tuesday nights. If like there's one.
Your house? It falls
Clearwater.
across from your house.
No, Clearwater. It's out in Clearwater. They sponsored. It's Tampa Bay Lightning. They sponsored. They sponsored a Wink out there, and it was.
So out there, they're doing basically a sponsored rink where they do have boards and they do have hard rubber tile, which is what we were used to playing in roller, basically.
Yeah.
When we went through our rings for 3 years in middle school, or you were in elementary school, but I was in middle school. But it's a good way to play,
it's a way to-
especially
yeah,
it's
get out
cheap.
there.
It's way cheap, and all you need, I think, is just a pair of rollerblades, a stick, and some gloves.
And
That's
going,
it.
come wear gym shoes.
Well, yeah, you don't have to wear absolutely.
Oh yeah, if you want to, but if there's a Donnybrook,
But if we can figure out how to get another guy in goal, and then we can get one
What are you
more
talking
person. Well, we need another guy in goal and 3
Besides
people on
me?
the other team, and then me and Ryan need to find.
Why do
our,
we need more than one guy in goal? In case I ain't there.
No, I'm saying on the other side,
Oh, I thought you were.
dude. We have to
joining a
design.
league.
We have to design a pickup.
Oh
game.
yeah, we
I
have
thought
to.
you
We
were
have to be
design- I
the
thought
best,
you were joining
and we
a
have
league.
Mayo,
Stay
and we
with
have
me.
we have some other people.
Yeah, we
that
have
we
to
can,
find
we
people
can-
to come play
So
a game with us.
you're starting a league.
Oh, I think so.
Not a league.
I thought you were
starting a game, a pickup game that maybe happens every once a week.
Yeah.
Month
So it's
or-
kind of like a league or whatever, but
Maybe a team that goes out there.
necessarily play for like who wins the most in a 12-month
Yeah,
period.
just go around there and just bullshit around, basically.
Yeah.
You're renting a house,
But you know what? If we decide that we're going to go ahead and take over the cup, and people are like, "Hey, do you want to go ahead and form a team?" Guess what? We're going to have to request off work all the staff. Let's
Yeah.
go. And
we're
gonna
going to
have freaking
Pennsylvania this weekend
shut
for
this
this
4th
damn
Street thing down.
rollerblade
Just go.
goddamn tournament.
Well, guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra. We're going to get into why we're kind of on this level right now. Dad is definitely on a fucking level right now. We can all hear that on the microphones for sure.
G's.
Ryan's on a level. I'm on a level. We went out and we got a lot of G's today. And I mean, when I'm talking a lot of G's, I'm talking like not only 10 G's, but like 10.1, 10.2, 10.3. I think we even hit 10.4 G's at one point. And we're going to talk about what that means when we get back. I don't even know. Look, I mean, he's just in another fucking world.
Background music.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, guys. They Call Us the Breeze. This is episode 50. What a hell of an episode. We'll be right back with some celebrity birthdays, so don't go anywhere, guys. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Oh, you don't have to call me that.
Well, hey, guys. Welcome back to They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra live from the Tiger Cage. Episode 50 out here, just doing our thing.
Half a century.
Had a little bit of a mandate today, so we're a little bit behind the 8 ball, if you know what I mean. But we're getting through it, and we have celebrity birthdays out here tonight. And although they only equaled each other in the last round, that still makes them 11 points separated. But they did each get 3 points last round. Ryan got a double bubble. But Dad did his diligence, and they're now at 126 to 137, creeping ever so closely to 200. And I think it's time.
What do we get when we hit 200?
Probably we're a
I
Chick-fil-A
think
tray.
the bet
Sweet.
was dinner of your choice somewhere.
Yeah, that
Wherever.
is. Yeah. I want to go to Hibachi, but I don't get to. But I'm just the guy that
It's
reads
got
the
to be
questions.
in Florida,
That
though.
would
We're
be
not flying to
sweet.
Las Vegas.
All right, well, let's get started, guys.
Unless you
it's-
wanna play
it's-
golf.
It's They Call Us the Breeze. It is the celebrity birthdays. Like I said, Dad is down 11 points, but we're going to change that right now, aren't we, Dad?
Yes, we
All
are, sir.
right. Yeah. All right, guys. So first birthday we have up for you tonight. Ryan, avert your eyes, pervert.
And I will as well.
I just came out with a recent line of gummies. But when you talk to me on an airplane, I'll punch your fucking lights out. You know what I mean? It's a very happy birthday. Goes out to Mr. Mike Tyson.
It's your turn first.
Is it mine?
Me or Ryan?
I guess
it doesn't matter. I'll go first. It doesn't matter either way.
Go ahead, Pilgrim.
$57.
57, Dad says.
I was gonna say 58.
Ryan or Dad's gonna get it. He is 56 today.
Oh,
happy birthday, Mike!
Son of a.
Well, we
All
used
right.
to watch him box, when we were working the shop.
Yeah, Evander Holyfield, all that shit.
Absolutely, all those.
All right. Well, next birthday we have up for you tonight. Another Mike, a Michael, not Michael
Jordan
Breachek,
Myers.
Jordan,
not Michael Jordan, not Michael Myers.
Oh,
This motherfucker had the audacity to be a human being and smoke a bong toke, and then he was just destroyed about his Olympic medals. And it's
Phelps.
like if you're
Mike Phelps?
smoking weed,
Yeah, Mr. Phelps.
if you're
yes.
smoking weed,
So how old
it's
is
only
Michael
gonna yeah.
Phelps?
So how old is Mike Phelps?
Let's
Happy birthday to
see.
you.
I'm gonna say that he is 40.
39.
40, Ryan says. And 39, Dad says. Well, Dad's going to go ahead and get it because he is 37 today. Happy birthday, Michael Phelps. That kind of makes me want some Subway right now.
Wow,
I'm not going to lie.
That would be amazing.
Dude,
Little
some
meatball
Subway?
sub.
Oh, yeah. But or some Sloppy Joes. Either way. I'm just hungry.
Sloppy Joe.
Okay, next birthday we have up for you tonight, guys. That's 2 points to Dad. Good job so far, bud. All right. He was in Living Color back in the day with Jim Carrey. He was in the Army now. Now, Living Color went from 90 to 94.
Was those the Wayman brothers or something?
In the Army now, he was in the black guy in the Army now. He played the dentist, Ralph or Roy, I think his name was. Like,
I didn't see that, but I'm sure it's the Wayman brothers.
But very funny guy either way. David Allen Greer it's his birthday today. So
the one.
yeah, David Allen Greer. Like I said, definitely in Living Color for sure. And then I remember him. The movie I liked him in the most that was outside of that was In the Army Now with Pauly Shore.
I'll say 68.
68. Ryan, what do you got?
64.
Oh, they're going to split it, ladies and gentlemen. That's 1 point for each. We're going to give them each 1 point because he is actually 66 today. So there you go, guys. Yeah, they say it's his birthday. All right, split point.
As long
Split
as you
point.
get back out of the trap.
That's right. All right, second to last
Take
birthday.
a little bit of sin.
This might be a little tougher. All right, this guy was pretty huge in the 80s, a guitar virtuoso. Didn't necessarily play for any band, but he was just always kind of his own name. Like Steve Vai and people like that. Ryan might recognize the name. Dad might recognize the name.
80s,
Like I said,
you said 80s.
80s was.
Did he have a top 40 hit on the radio?
No, just a guitar virtuoso.
Oh.
Just so super popular since the 80s, but not writing hit songs, just shredding metal on fucking albums.
Yeah, I'll have no clue on that, but I'll.
Yngwie Malmsteen. So like I said, in the 80s, pretty popular.
No, Your Honor. If he's been shredding, I'd say he's probably like 50.
50.
That's a good guess.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
51.
That'll get it because he went for the higher. He's actually 59 today. So,
Turkey.
Skunking him so far, boys.
and then this guy played Private Pile, Full Metal Jacket. You
Jim
can also
Neighbors?
see him. You can
He's
also
dead.
see him on some of those cop shows every once in a while. I'm sure he's on probably Law and Order or something like that.
That's not Jim Neighbors.
But he played Private Pile.
No, he didn't.
Not Gomer Pyle, but Private Pyle in Full Metal Jacket. His name is Vincent D'Onofrio.
He did, huh? Shit, that was in the 80s, too. 63.
63, Dad says. Ryan, what do you think?
65.
Dad gets the double bubble. 63 years old today, buddy. Way to go, man.
Way to go, bitches.
Oh, shit.
Did you know that?
You fucking
Do we
did
have
it.
any more? You got 10 more?
No, that's
We'll tie this motherfucker up.
you know
No, it's not fair.
you know damn well that's where we end the birthdays, guys. That was celebrity birthdays.
Happy birthday!
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yay!
Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party for you here.
Well, to the naked eye, it's probably no surprise. We're a little bombed tonight. Okay, we're doing our best to hold it together because we had a mandate today. They got a little out of control. All right.
Oh, we had to go up.
We've been trying to
Out of
plan.
control,
No, we've
you
been trying to
think,
We're
plan.
doing 10,
I think so.
9 G's at 33,000 feet. And that's
We
hard.
reached 10.
under the shelf, and but the point
So our minds
is,
scrambled.
we had a mandate we've been trying to plan for about the last 4 weeks, and for one reason or another, it just keeps getting derailed. Meetings, work meetings. I mean, we're busy, but we've been promising Dad we're gonna go see Maverick in the theater. Well, today we finally did it. And we grouped. I got up super hella early. Okay, now listen, ladies and gentlemen.
was early.
I do
Early.
not wake up.
Early.
I was up till 3 a.m., but I got up about 8:30, and I got my ass to the tire shop. I had to get used tires today. I had to get some used tires because I had a slow leak in the front one. And honestly, it's been 7 years for those tires, and that's the maximum they really should ever withhold. The rear ones are still
I'll
doing
take over
okay
from now.
And
It's easy
so
for you to
I
say.
said, Ryan, you might need to come pick me up, and we're gonna have to go down and get my gear, and then we'll go pick Dad up and go to the movie. But they said you get an hour, and then to the T, dude, to the fucking T,
Hour.
Literally,
Wow.
it was 9:17 when I checked in, and I was just like, or they said okay, it'll be an hour. I was just like, oh, okay, and then in 10:17. My car was pulled up to me. I said, Jesus Christ. Well,
Yeah.
that's exactly correct.
So what'd you do to kill time?
So, I mean, I walked up and down. I mean, it's so early. I mean, it's still early, but it's still kind of getting hot out there. But I walked down to, because this is like, 16th, 17th Avenue on 4th Street. I walked down to the rally on 22nd Avenue. I got myself a Gatorade. I kind of had a couple cigarettes and stood in the shade, popped my ear pods in, listened to some music, kind of crawled around the dealership in the shade areas and just listened to music. And then I started working on the show a little bit and some things for the show. Yeah, although you probably can't tell. And and then that was it. And then so we go rally. Let's go get to Dad's house by 11:30. Well, Ryan's like, well, you were at the driving
I was at
range.
the driving range. I was getting a little bit of small bucket in. I have to get a little small bucket in, which reminds me, listeners, I know you're going to be sad out there, but I will not be attending the next couple of weeks. The 20th, I will not be there unless we want to phone in. But anyways, I was getting a small bucket in, and then I met up with you guys 11:30.
So
how'd you hit the balls?
We had
Straight.
2-3 beers, and then we all drove down to the Cobb Theater down there in Tyrone,
Which is lovely.
and which is lovely. My
Lovely.
first time,
Lovely.
and they had the recliners, but Ryan and I step up to the screen to buy the tickets. Dad has to go use the restroom.
Dad, do you want to tell about the tip?
So the screen comes up, and they're like, select
in
your
the bathroom?
seats. Well, all the seats were basically grayed out except for the first 2 rows. There was no way to get 3 next to each other that weren't on the total sides of the auditorium. There was no anything away from the sides except for first and second row were still empty. So we literally picked second row, and god damn, that was tough on.
It was tough. It was tough. But
Tough on
the
the ice.
recliner. Dad, you want to tell a story about the tip jar?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's not that bad. I think you
I don't
should
remember
tell
the story of the
about
tip jar. Either way, so we're all sitting here and we're like, all right, let's go. We go into the place. We get our tickets. $5 each.
Yeah.
Are you
a
kidding me,
steal.
dude?
I know.
At a matinee price? I've been to, the last movie I went to was not matinee, but it was probably $13, $14, something like that. We walk up in here, and this was $5 each, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I swear.
Well, you know what?
All I would be doing is
I
playing
might
golf.
ride my bicycle over there and say, "Is there a way to chain this up?"
I'll tell you
can
what.
I watch
I'll
a
tell you.
movie
Yeah,
for $5?
go watch Elvis and everything else. But yeah, I mean, we went in. We
Sidestep thing.
got into the movie theater. We're all doing that. We each got our beers. After already having about 3 or 4 beers here at the house before leaving there.
Yes.
And then we each get our beer, and they were like, "You want to get a picture?" And we're like, "No." And I was like, "No, dude, we don't want to be
Just
like,
one.
we don't want to be up and down peeing the whole movie." Well, Dad left 4 times.
4.
Yep, throughout the movie. Ryan left once or twice?
I went once.
Once. I went once. Yeah. I mean, it's
Dad-
2
Dad
hours
went
and 20
3.
minutes.
Well, I have to
didn't go
pee.
4. He went
When you
3.
guys get to be
went
61
three?
years old,
No,
you'll have to pee
he
more.
grabbed a beer and then.
Well, I remember. So what happened there? Because I remember in the middle of the movie, Dad got his ID out, and I remember the sign
I
says,
was gonna
Well,
go over
Jeremy-
there.
Ryan
I was
said-
gonna go up there and be like, okay, I'm gonna present the IDs and be like, okay, I'll grab another beer for us, right? As long as they're like, okay, we have the 3, and I was
Okay.
like, surely they're gonna like.
because you came
be
back
cool.
empty-handed, so I wasn't sure what
And
that was
the-
about.
And give us
Yeah,
their
and they're
license
like,
back
well,
and said,
you
gotta do
have
it
to
on
be
your
here. Like,
Yo-yo.
you won't be able to get through the
Yo-yo.
podium without it. And I was like, okay, well,
own.
I was like, no one's at the podium though.
But yeah, so we went and saw the movie. That
was awesome.
We had a beer in the movie, and then we went to JP's afterwards, and the boys got themselves a little snack. Dad had some fish spread, and he meticulously saved a tablespoon of it in a little to-go ramekin.
About 3 tablespoons.
Ryan had a slice of cheese pizza. I felt that if I had eaten, I probably would have fallen asleep and not been able to do the podcast right now. Plus, I overheard that we were doing
Bold
sloppy
move,
joes
Kyle.
for dinner, and I
Oh,
want a lot of sloppy joes. So.
Yes.
But yeah, so we went there, JP's afterwards, but it was a good time getting Dad out of the house and going to see the movie. And I mean, what did you guys think of the movie? I mean,
I love that.
I know we're a little late
love
to the
the,
game.
I
And
love
by
the-
the way, spoiler alert, we might drop some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, crank your shit down for about another 8 minutes.
25 minutes.
About another 8 minutes, and then turn it back up. But yeah, I mean,
The
I was pretty
aeronautics
impressed.
I thought was awesome. Aeronautics was awesome.
Yeah, the planes were that.
And
None
how
of the
they-
ship, none of the shit was CGI. I mean, these are real
no,
planes.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. And like I told you, they hired. I read about this. They hired 2 other jet airplanes that had cameras on the side of their cockpits
Yeah.
to film these guys while they're
yeah.
doing it because they knew exactly what.
If
they
you
were
look
doing.
at their faces, they look like they're going through some major
that's probably a
G-force
Ford.
shit.
Oh yeah,
that's
I mean,
probably
their
a
breath-
forward camera in that jet,
No,
and he wasn't flying. Somebody
they're
behind him
giving
was.
us the impression that it's a single person jet.
Or
It's a
maybe-
double person
yeah.
jet, and somebody's flying that thing, and they're actually sitting in the back seat, and they're getting filmed while they're
Tremendous.
riding.
They
and
did
doing
a
those
great.
moves.
They did a great job of filming that, and I read about that and how they did it, and no CGI whatsoever. Just
I mean,
they had to
It
buy
was that low.
They had
which
to
is
buy.
crazy.
They had to buy 2 extra jet, like you would get like a corporate jet that's really really fast or whatever.
Right.
But they just bought 2 corporate jets like that and installed cameras in the side windows of that could go as fast and or faster
Yeah.
than what they were
No,
gonna
it was.
fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an awesome
We're a little
movie.
late to the game, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have out there
was
have
awesome
seen
filming.
it already. But if you haven't, man, definitely go out and watch that shit because
It's
that
great.
shit was
It's
hilarious.
great.
I mean, it was a good time. You know, speaking of hilarious, I kept laughing. I couldn't. Tom Cruise, right? So
Yeah.
the whole time, right? He's still so back in the 80s, right? No, back in the 80s, it was kind of cute.
Tom Cruise?
Where Tom would do like that just shit eating grin because he was like a young hunk and the whole point of Top Gun is he's a rebel, so he's gonna like smile and he's gonna be sarcastic. He's gonna be a little shitty towards his superiors. He's like a little wild card. Got it.
He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer.
And in the 80s, you know, when he's in the original, he's doing a lot of like just cheeky smiling at the camera. Well, he definitely they definitely recreated that vibe along with many other vibes.
did,
Like
they
the 80s music was still there. It still seemed kind of cheesy. The cutscenes, like it was still like trying to be like an 80s movie. So like they did it properly that way. But the one thing they definitely did a great job transitioning, but it didn't work because he's older and creepy, and we all know how much of a psycho he is now.
It's true. It's true.
He
but
was still
it's
doing
like-
all the like when he was on the motorcycle, and they had they had obviously like the motorcycle camera on him, and he was just like grinning wide like the Joker. And it
That's
was
true.
It was
like,
cute back
it was
in
like
the
the first
80s.
one. It was like the first movie.
Well, when he was younger, and it was like I
Yeah.
said, and then now it's just like now you just know who Tom Cruise is, and you know he's just a total fucking nutcase and a total weirdo, and you're just like
I mean, it was a
I don't
good.
know.
It was
And
a good
Ryan and
movie,
I-
but
you know, before we get back to the movie, Ryan made a
but
good point
I
about
agree
the.
with your acting ability.
No,
it
he's
was
a good
great
actor.
movie
I'm not
still.
saying that, but I'm just
No,
saying
it
the dude
wasn't.
is
Not,
psycho.
I mean, he was just trying to do his best. At his age,
Ryan
copy that
surmised his psychoness the best, and he brought up a point that I was thinking myself but didn't say it before the movie even started.
Yeah,
And
he.
what was that?
It was basically right before he rolled his the featured movie. He had a Mission Impossible trailer right
Well,
before it. Like
So, like
what's up?
before his
Hey,
own
guys.
movie, he had a
He was like,
trailer
"I'm gonna
for
end
another
this
one
right
of his
before."
movies.
But
Well-
then I was thinking about that, and then I got over it. I'm like, I love you. I
However-
applaud you, Tom.
however,
like
here's
we
the
love
tell-
you.
I hear what you guys are just saying. Do you not recall
Total Recall.
what he said right before the movie started? We did this for you, and then we hope. you
Yeah,
enjoy
and then
it.
I was like,
But
that's
this was
just Tom
before that.
Cruise.
This
Like
was
why?
before
You
Who?
get that?
Who?
You get that?
Dad, have
He's
you ever
beg-
seen
he's
that in a
begging
movie?
that you would like it.
Father, I was in the same theater as you.
Have
yes,
you
I
ever
saw
seen
it.
someone?
begging
This is
that you
another
would
thing
like it.
about Tom Cruise. You're like, all right, you're so into yourself, Tom, because he literally
was-
just
that-
opened up with that. He's like, listen, ladies
That
and gentlemen,
He just
I
came up smiling, and he was
had-
sitting
He
there
did.
very big.
by himself,
whoa,
full screen.
this is what we did for you, motherfuckers.
Please suck our dicks. And
Bow
I'm sorry.
down.
No, that's
That
not what I meant to
is
say.
that
That's, I'm
is
sorry. That was terrible.
narcissist.
That was
That
terrible.
is narcissist.
But yeah, he was.
But we hope you enjoyed it
But
as
you're
much
like,
as we
eh,
enjoyed making
if there's
this
anyone-
movie.
All right, well,
we did
I
it
didn't.
for
Yeah,
you.
it's like I didn't need the footnote, Tom. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm sitting in the fucking theater right now. I don't
Thank
need the
you guys
footnote.
for making it $100 million first weekend.
He did, and that was
I
that.
know,
that
I-
was kind of weird. That was. I mean, that was just Tom. But
It
that was Tom though.
That was
you know what I
weird.
mean?
That was always Tom.
weird.
That was always Tom though.
Taking
mom doesn't
trips
know what we're
to
talking about.
Clearwater.
I mean, if you gotta, I presume because he says theater, so you're only gonna see that if you see it in the theaters. His weird intro. If you get to the DVD and the on demand, if you're at home and you're trying to do it on demand, which you really shouldn't. We don't go to the movie theater very often. The only reason we went to the theater on this, we're talking about renting the Elvis at home next week and just watch, because you don't need to see the Elvis movie in the theater. You don't need all that, but for a movie like this, I think it was definitely necessary to have all that surround sound,
Well,
all
for
those
the,
speakers,
the
you know,
jets,
and, and that's why just make sure you get out there and at least see this one. And I'm gonna have
This
to go
one was
see.
really good.
I'm gonna have to go see Jurassic Park because I see every Jurassic Park in the theater, and that's still on my list. And oh Christ, I'm behind. Well, you know,
There's
good
a lot out
problems
there.
to have.
There's
Good
a lot
problems
of
to
movies
have.
to catch.
All right, guys. Well, this is They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Episode 50. We're going to come back. We're going to hang out for a little bit. We got all sorts of show coming up, all sorts of things to talk about. By the time you're going to be listening to this is July 4th. So happy 4th of July out there to everybody. And we're going to talk a little bit about 4th of July. Yeah, don't go anywhere. Ryan, what do you say, man?
Catch ya.
Yeah, Dad, what do you say, bud? Time for
God
a nap.
bless America.
God bless America.
Great weekend coming up.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you. Bye. Welcome the hell back, ladies and gentlemen. This is They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage, episode 50. You guys, we're gonna get out of here soon. We're gonna go eat some sloppy joes.
Oh hell yeah!
You know, you are what you eat, and we're sloppy tonight, so we're gonna eat some sloppy joes. That's for sure. But you know, we appreciate you guys out there tuning in radio listener land. Make sure you're out there liking the Facebook pages, and make sure you're going to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube, and you know. getting all that good stuff in. Dad, how you feeling, dude?
I'm pretty good, man.
Pretty good.
That was great. We went to the movie today. We saw.
It was a good day.
Top Gun Maverick.
And we apologize. The show was a little bit rocky because of a result of that. But it's a long time coming. We had a date today, and get over it.
We warned you.
And we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We're
next
good. We're
episode,
good.
I promise we'll sober up and everything's. I'm probably gonna sober up here real quick.
Oh,
drink some coffee.
Yeah, come
some,
on over to the water world.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But
on,
one
Cat.
last thing we're going to talk about before we go tonight, guys. As you're listening to this, Monday, it will be the 4th. Oh,
Yes.
my God. Yes, it'll be the 4th. It's going to be the 4th of July when you guys hear this on Monday. Oh, my God. Okay, that's something to talk
That's
about.
something
right
Bill
there.
would do,
yeah.
right?
Oh, you got the...
Bill. He's good at it.
Yeah, a little 4th of July action. I can't... Well, 2 years ago, I bought probably $200 worth of fireworks. They weren't the good ones, because you can't really get the good ones here. You got to drive out of state to get, mortars and shit like that. But, nowadays, all you can get at all the tents anywhere around here are, showers. And maybe you're going to get some... you get some... what do you call them? The...
Sparklers.
No, I mean...
Roman candles.
Roman candles, yeah. You're going to get some Roman candles. You can still get bottle rockets. I mean, these are still projectiles. So I don't understand, how they can sell Roman candles and bottle rockets, which have the same potential to shoot into a tree and light it on fire, but mortars are illegal because of basically the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just so many houses per capita of this in Pinellas. It's if you send one of those things up, it's just going to probably cause.
Well,
I don't know.
You see
I'm
how
not
many
working for the city. I'm just saying.
I know. In the county, you see how many roadside stands that pop up.
Well, I mean, but like I said, these are the weak ass
but
fireworks.
they're the ones that go off in the driveway.
They're just your typical. And I did, like I said, 2 years ago, I think it was last 4th, I didn't really do anything. And who knows what I'm going to do this Monday, but the 4th before that, I did buy $200. I was with a friend, and she hadn't done 4th of July right in a little while, and we just sat by the pool and lit off a bunch of fireworks, and it was kind of lame. Nothing, no great fireworks, but it was still fun, and it was a lot of good times. And but still, it was $200. Nothing shot up in the sky and really did anything. And I mean, that's where mortars come into play.
Yeah,
and I mean.
I remember things that go boom.
You think you got to go to Georgia to get them?
Well, nowadays you got to go to Georgia, you got to go to the
Alabama,
Carolinas, things like that.
probably.
Yeah, but I remember back in the day, you were still able to get them when we were in high school, and I remember, and this is probably why. Maybe what we did. Maybe somebody called the cops and complained one too many times. Yeah, so me and the boys back in the day, I was probably, 17, 18 years old, so about 16, 17 years ago.
Is this a hot take?
And we were out, we were partying, it was 4th of July, obviously, and we had gotten a hold of some mortars. I think I had 5 or 6, and a buddy of mine bought 4. And mortars. You get one fucking stand. Dad, have you ever seen a mortar?
Yeah, we lit them up in Tennessee.
It looks like a
Besides
little
that Coke bottle.
Well, no. The ones they're
big.
balls. They're balls with little wicks on the
That
bottom.
you put in the
Right,
tube, right?
Yeah, you put that in the tube, and so we
Yeah.
were shooting off mortars all night, and we were doing it in a safe area. What we thought it was off 4th Street, just behind 4th Street, behind a gym, and we were in the middle of the intersection. In the neighborhood, just off the main road. So it wasn't straight suburbs. It was close enough to the main drag to be doing something like this. And we were lighting them off, and we got 4 or 5 up in the air successfully. The 6th one we went to do, somehow the tube fell over, and this motherfucker just shot down the street. Just down the street, and exploded probably at waist height. And
That's
that shit
buddy.
went. A car alarm went off.
But the car wasn't there.
A car alarm went off. A light went off. Went on in a house, and then ambulance showed up, and we think that person might have had a scare and a heart attack. It was so loud and so huge and bright.
You're thinking probably 100-yard radius.
But we were idiots back then too, because in between those mortars, we were doing Roman candle fights, literally Roman candle. Because so if you got the Roman candle, right, it's like that little cardboard, the hard cardboard tube. You can kind of point that thing.
Oh yeah.
And we were doing
Fire away.
We were 17, like I said, drunk, 18, all drunk, all had 3 or 4 Roman candles on us and a lighter, and everybody faced off across areas of the intersection, and we're just shooting Roman candles at each other. Dave got lit the fuck up right in his face.
I bet.
Everybody went straight for Dave's face. But I mean, I had to dodge some off my head. I mean, I got hit in the elbow, and I think I got hit somewhere else. It didn't burn. It didn't like leave a burn. It just like hit and smacked, and there was like a little bit of a, that stings. But that was about it. But
I've never had any kind of like Roman candles. I mean, I would wonder like if it got really bad, right? Blow up, like
Well,
God,
if it-
man, that would be a
right when
bummer.
it hit you. If it were to
Yeah,
pop,
that would be such a
that
bummer.
would put a burn on your ass. So
well,
bad.
Dave one time, the only time I mentioned Dave Wachowski, guys.
Or if
he
it gets
is one
caught in your clothes and
one
it
of
just
my best
keeps
friends
going,
back in
like,
high school. But
You're on fire.
this guy, one time, the only time I didn't go out for 4th of July, I think I just stayed home with you guys and we did whatever you guys were doing. But the only time I didn't go out with my friends, Dave found old gunpowder in his closet.
Of course.
And he was like, okay, well, I'll remember that I have this gunpowder for a later date. Well, he happened to remember that while everybody
On
was
4th of
drinking
July.
on 4th of July. And he goes, oh, I got it. I'm going to put a bunch of this gunpowder in this Dixie cup. And he probably put a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of gunpowder in a Dixie cup. And then he's like, I'm going to throw this little tiny firecracker. You know, the little black cats, the little black cats, Dad, the little guys that are they're on a twine of like 20.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The little tiny guys,
I just want to. I want to hear the end of this.
So he lit it up, and he figured, all right, I'm just going to throw that in there, and then when it explodes, it's just going to be a way bigger explosion because of the gunpowder in the cup. And of course, he's standing pretty much over it.
burn his eyebrows off. I'm sure.
He's standing pretty much over it to try to throw it into this small. And I'm not talking like a full Dixie cup, like a 16-ounce.
Even a half.
I'm talking
that much.
2 teaspoons.
No, I'm
that
talking.
much
He
of
had like the
black
little
powder.
Dixie cup that you use that your grandma used to have by
I
the
know.
sink for
That
for
much of
mouthwash.
black powder
Yeah.
would
The
have
dick-
like
those little
blew up 6 feet.
And he threw so he had to stand pretty much right over it to nail that shot. He throws that little firecracker in there, and it goes
Immediately.
wick down.
Immediately.
Wick down, lit wick down into the
Immediately.
cup. And I mean, he had an afro back then. He had a big hole burnt out of his afro. He lost his eyebrows. He lost his eyelashes.
I know
He
it.
lost half
I
his
know.
beard.
Boom.
The one 4th of July I skipped with the crew, that happened. I was so pissed
That
I
is
wasn't there. And he
amazing.
looked, and he didn't do anything to like circumvent it or I mean, after
I
the
think
fact.
I remember that.
just in
period.
case,
No, like,
something
we were-
happens, so we'd have a fire extinguisher.
We were
No,
like,
just throw the
we were like,
firecracker in
because
there.
he had a shaved head before, so we were like, Dave, shave your head, and Dave, shave your beard. At least get rid of those things because we've all seen you without those things, and those things
It
are
makes
the
the most sense
Those
right
things
now
have
in these
huge
circumstances.
dents in them, huge craters, and he's like, no, and he just
No,
rocked.
once I drop this black cat in there,
He just
they'll be
rocked
gone
the
anyway.
patchy look for literally until everything grew back. He just rocked it for 4 months.
Oh,
I was
gosh.
like, Jesus. Yeah,
That-
that's a good
A lot
4th of
people
July
have
memory.
No idea how.
We got to
how-
talk to him again.
Black powder is like.
First time I ever had wild turkey was at 4th of July. I was probably 20, and we were having a barbecue outside of that very same house where that same thing happened. This was a different year, obviously. And I got to sleep with a chick that was 5 years older than me. That was super cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
All
good
right.
4th of July.
All right, hot shot.
Yeah.
How'd it go down? Did you say,
She banged.
oh, thy,
She banged. Did she bang?
oh, thy
She banged.
4th
Well,
of
there was a
July.
bottle of wild turkey floating around the party, so I mean that does half the
that'll
work
speed
for
things
you.
up.
That does half the work for you. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
She banged.
I remember. I mean, I remember just like the first time you were allowed to light the fireworks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like because mom and dad, it's aunts and uncles for a while, and you just kind of got to watch as a kid. But then finally, you get, and they start you out small. You don't get a lighter, you get the punks. Those little.
you have to touch it.
It
right?
looks like an incense, but it's not an incense. It's just a long stick that just stays
like
kind
a
of
sparkler that doesn't.
Yeah,
spark.
like a sparkler that doesn't, spark or an incense, either way. And you got the little punks. So they started us out small with the little punks, and you get to run over and you get to light some fireworks, and then eventually they just, 12,
Let
advance,
everybody
11,
take
12, they
turns.
just start throwing you lighters.
Well, that's
No.
when the teenagers start going
No,
out.
Adam, it's Jeremy's
So
turn.
it's
You
the
just lit
natural. It's the natural
Adam,
next lead.
It's like a
it's
rite of
Jeremy's
passage.
turn.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Go
yeah.
blow your hand off. You're about 12, 13 now. You can afford to, and we'll all sit here and laugh. And I remember, what was
Don't
it?
kick it. I mean,
Well, what
obviously,
was it-
don't kick it.
What was
Don't-
it with our literally living in Shore Acres? I don't know if I don't know if it's just Shore Acres or whatever, but literally 8 years in a row,
We had a really good fireworks.
rainouts. No, rainouts. No, total rainouts. Like we dealt with it. We'd have to wait off and on. We'd light some fireworks. A little bit more rain would come. I mean, we deal with that shit every July. That's the big June, July are the big months of like random rainstorms. But I swear there was 8 years in a row where it rained every single 4th of July. It didn't rain the whole time. You were able to get some stuff off, but for the most part, it was just like a miserable night. And it wasn't even like the whole day. It was just, it would wait till the sun would start setting and when everything would be queued up and ready for action, then it would just kind of start shitting all over you. I mean, do you guys remember that? Like literally.
Yeah, and I remember Adam was like, "What? I can't set anything on fire for
This
how long?"
sucks. I'm going to the Navy.
Yeah.
Well, also, I feel like there's so much that goes up in 4th of July that it just every 365 days it just shits back on us. There's so much fireworks and powder going
Debris.
out that it's like, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and just rain back on top of you. You guys want it that way?
Talking about like poison rain, like black rain, like
Yeah.
soot,
Purple
soot rain. Oh, purple
Well,
rain. All right,
purple
very
rain.
good.
Purple.
But
That's
you know-
dark. That's dark.
So are you gonna be lighting off like fireworks?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I imagine I'll probably. I'm off Sunday, so that's a Sunday Monday off combo, which I don't normally get 2 days off in a row. So Sunday will probably be a pretty hard drinking day,
Okay.
and just going out and doing whatever the hell I want to do, and then I don't know what's
Right.
gonna happen Monday. I mean, I might just chill with Benny and make sure he's good if there's a bunch of fireworks going off and he's like kind of like weird.
Freaking out.
I don't know.
Maybe get him a little sparkler.
We'll see.
You guys can like go
I mean,
out.
if
on
you
the
guys want
patio
to
and just
fucking
do a little
if
sparkler.
you guys want to go to North Carolina, get some fireworks the next day or two and come back here and light them off, we can do that. So
I'm down. Let's
It's
go
up to you.
tonight.
all right, let's go right now. All right, yeah.
I'll pay. You sure?
Do we have any holy moly on tonight?
Yeah, we can put some holy moly
All
on.
right, that sounds good. Well, in that case, guys, they call us the Breeze. That's Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra.
See ya.
Yeah, before we get going tonight, we do have a very special announcement. We have a karaoke bracket coming up soon. You're going to have to stay tuned for that and the details on that. But we've met some friends over the last couple of weeks. We met, Larry Loretti, great attorney, really good attorney. And we've met Judge Ronald Winston. We've met Mr. Crosley, and we're
God
gonna get
love
a
him.
we're gonna get a good karaoke bracket going on between some of these new friends of ours, and they're working out the details right now. We're not involved because we are the judges, and so make sure you tune in for that. That's coming up probably next week, I hope.
And then what's the name
If
of
they
the
can
two
get their shit
singers
together.
that are coming on there? Presley Grizzly?
Well, I think the first matchup is supposed to be, there's a chemical engineer by the name of Wally Burns. He's supposed to be going against an Elvis impersonator named Pelvis Grizzly.
Pelvis
I believe
Grizzly,
that's
that's
probably going to be the first episode.
I'm
but-
looking forward
but
to
I
that
think that's-
matchup.
Yeah, well, Crosley's been sending me the details, and he said he was going to call us soon, probably next episode, and give us some of the details live in person. So, guys, make sure you stick in for that. That's probably going to be next episode. So, yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about that because I can only imagine like how someone like Larry Loretti is going to sing karaoke. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
gonna be pretty crazy.
I can't wait.
So.
I mean, he's a hell of a lawyer. Let's
I
see
mean,
if he's a hell of a singer.
He won the case, so let's see if he's
A lot of confidence
a winner
off
in the
that win.
courtroom and a winner in the karaoke bar. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But guys, make sure once again from the Breeds, make sure you go out there and see Top
None of
Gun
Pelvis
Maverick.
has
It was
anything
definitely
to do
worth it.
about
That's your biggest message, biggest takeaway from tonight. Go watch Maverick, and
It was tight.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you guys did great. I love both of you very much, and we'll be
Slappy
back next week for some more
Joes.
shows. Yeah, it's time for Slappy Joe's, guys. What do you say, Ryan?
Slappy Joes. Catch you guys next week. Later.
All right, Dad. What do you say, man?
Hey, see you next week.
All right,
Thank
guys.
You for
We'll
listening,
see you, everybody. Good night.
Tell your friends about it.
All right, bye-bye. We love you.